What's going on? How y'all doing? This video gonna be about Minister Farrikhan, and he spoke at DMX's funeral. And you know, I respect Minister Farrikhan. Me and man march forever and a day of atonement. Minister Farrikhan, you might not always agree with certain things he says, but he uses logic in the sense that he is balancing out a picture. I don't have any. He first of all, he has not said anything that I consider racist at all. I'm sorry. He spoke the truth about Hollywood. He speaks the truth about the entertainment industry. Um, these sports teams that punish black folks for listening to him show you what a slave master is. Deshaun Jackson um, caught the end of it. Philadelphia because he quoted him, and Nick Cannon. If you mention Minister Farrakhan, all of a sudden you get this hoorah in Hollywood. All these people are like, oh. And even some black folks are scared of his name. His name still creates fear. I love that. Show me how soft and spineless these turkeys are. A black man that is got a brain on his head, talks about doing the right thing, makes you better yourself, can be outspoken within the community, and yet can balance and carry himself with some dignity, doesn't have to be a vulgar, can hold his own in any setting. In another lifetime in a non-racist country, that man would be president. That man would be held in high regard. Let me put it to you like this about Minister Farrakhan. I will hold him in more high regard than Donald Trump and Joe Biden combined. Okay? And I ain't stutter. He got more character than them two turkeys got combined. Okay. You're going to find out about Joey B, and you already know about Donnie T. Minister Farrakhan got more character than them two turkeys combined. If America wasn't so racist and they had a balance and they were to listen to somebody that could at least give a prospect on certain things, Minister Louis Farrakhan would be the way to go. We already know this country is scared of intelligence from black folks. We already know. If you're not up there thotting and you ain't twerking and twirling and tossing, then because if you smart or you got a brain on your head, using your noggin for some knowledge, you're a dangerous person. They try to kill you off. You see what goes on, and they don't want that kind of knowledge to get out the game. DMX was a lot sharper than some people may give him credit for, and for all his human issues and flaws like we all have, the brother was smart, and there's a reason why he had the Minister Farrakhan speak at his service, because it was something that was going to reach and teach. Minister Louis Farrakhan is one of the 5 to 10 greatest orators I've ever heard in my life, and that includes Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm. He belongs in that conversation, and with Marcus Garvey. He belongs in that conversation, and with Maya Angelou, and with Toni Morrison. Orators that challenged your mind psyche, that spoke but also enhanced, made you, a purpose. That's what I'm talking about. So if Minister Farrakhan scares white America, then I'm with it. They need to be shook, because the fake wokeness, fake Christianity, the fakeness of what's out here ain't inclusive. And we're still dealing with the same things that he saw as a young man, as a little boy, as a young man. If you would ask Mr. Farrakhan, did you see black men being lynched and killed by the police? And he comes and can tell you 50, 60, 70 years, 60 years later that yes, then you ask yourself what has changed. Ask yourself, why are they afraid of intelligent black men pontificating and speaking truths? And why they want to shut down black entertainers, athletes, and artists because if they say his name. You say Mr. Farrakhan's name, it's like saying the boogeyman. It's like, boo. But people who understand what he's talking about, they ain't got no questions about it. It's this hating country that would rather lynch black men with these cops and lynch you psychologically from your history in these school books and beyond. Whitewash everything that they want you to think when they've never been inclusive. Never. And like I always tell anybody, I don't care who you're involved with, because your uniform don't change. Your uniform don't change. You know. That's my thoughts and takes about Minister Farrikhan still scaring white America and some black folk too. But I hope he keeps on, because there is nothing more scary than an intelligent black person who can drop the knowledge, has a following, and isn't afraid, and will tell you what it is. Because you need more of that than shucking and jiving and tap dancing and cooning and biscuit and rolling up in the butter and being the dough boy when they not trying to spread the dough. Please give me your thoughts and your takes about Minister Farrikhan and how he still shakes up white America and some black folk. Please hit the like, that subscribe, welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and give Minister Farrikhan his flowers, because that's one of the few people that if he talks, you should listen. I'm out.